recording?
Absolutely, please go for it.
Okay, great. I'm just going to share my screen, and then Karen is going to start by taking us through our brainstorming session.
Perfect.
Yeah, hello everybody. So we understand our brief is about customer communication and engagement. So we started off with going through a bit of brainstorming to see what sort of looking into at which touch point we would get to communicate with our customers. So we came up with a group of ideas, and then we break them into 3 different categories. So we group them for delivery, what sort of communication we will have with the customer during the delivery stage, and what sort of time we can send to our customers throughout the product viewing stage and ordering, and also the refund section as well. So after that, I'm going to hand you guys over to Claire, who's going to tell you what we came up with from this brainstorming session. So Claire, do you want to go?
Yes, I'll go. So after we just had a brainstorming session and we had just popping off some ideas, you know, understanding who it was we were delivering to, we came up with 2 main personas. So we came up with 2 clients of the very group, both of whom are online shoppers. Our first client is Chloe. She's in her mid-20s. She's an influencer. She likes to be heard. She likes to be in the know, likes to find that knowledge at her fingertips herself, and convenience is very important to her. We then have our second persona, which is really a combined persona. It's a couple persona. It's John and Judy. They're the middle-aged couple, but they like their bespoke experience. They have some money, so they are higher income earners. They like to be well taken care of and not to have to worry about anything. They don't want to have to go out and seek an answer for themselves. They want communication that's proactive versus reactive, and so that the solution is given to them versus them having to go and find what they're looking for. So when we came up with our personas, we then had a look at how we would serve their needs, and we did a bit of ideating and coming up with some solutions. So our first main part of our solution we came up with was creating customized groups that shoppers can opt into. So there would be different groups available, and these groups would then relate what type of communication channels would be used, what type of communication would be received, and also delivery communications and methods. So our first group we came up with for our Chloe was our influencer group. She receives her notifications and communications as push notifications to her own social media. And then in the app itself, she uses the live feed feature to track all her deliveries herself. And she also uses the live chat feature to speak to a delivery driver. So we came up with that idea sort of to fulfill the needs of someone like Chloe. For John and Judy, we came up with an idea of having a very bespoke have it all group where that client is assigned a shopper, and the shopper then takes care of everything for them. So they will receive their traditional notifications like their emails and their text messages with updates, but they also have their shopper who will send them a personalized message through the chat feature. They will then, any communication that needs to be done with the delivery driver, the shopper will do it on behalf of John and Judy. John and Judy will get a nice little thank you note for, and hoping they enjoyed the experience when their delivery arrives. So it really is someone who oversees their end-to-end process and make sure that they're well taken care of, as well as those two groups, which were sort of our two groups that we came up with the personas for. We looked at then just having a more traditional group with the traditional communications and methods available. So people who don't want to get notifications pushed through to their social media, people who are not, as tech savvy as others, they can stick to receiving updates via email. They can stick to receiving their updates via text messages. You can also have the option of mixing your options. You might want to use the delivery feed. You might want to also receive emails. So we'd have a mixed option where you can opt into all your different types of communication methods. We then also just ideated about this idea of having a family group. Sometimes families or friends make purchases together. You want to split the bill. Why not have a payment option, which is a split the bill option? It might be being delivered to one person, but being ordered from another person, then they both want to track it. So in that family group, they will have an overall way to be able to receive the communications, be able to track the delivery, as well as split the bill. Just quickly on our social media platforms, we, for our influencer again, we looked at the options of pushing all the notifications to her social media platform of choice, and then giving her ideas on what to post on. So like, oh, you just ordered this, why don't you create a post on it? Or why don't you check out this influencer? They've done a review on it. So it's sort of a social media integration to allow influencers to be influencers and share their feedback on their experience and give product reviews, but also then to allow someone the convenience of receiving communications as notifications on the platform of their choice that they are always using. I am now going to hand over to Mohammed, and he's just going to quickly go through the problem statements that we came up with as a summary.
Hi, yes, I'm going to share my screen, please. So as the world is not perfect. It's like the same way any software is not perfect. So problem can happen in software. So such as software can have a problem. So for that, so we need to customize the communication with delivery and customers. So yes, I'm going to give hand to my colleague Edouard, please.
Hi, everybody. Well, in the end, what we did is just divide the user stories in user groups and deliveries. So in the user, by the side of user groups, we got users that can select between customer, can select what sort of group it's gonna be. We got influencer group, habit all group, or traditional group, all of them with the advantages, or well, I won't say disadvantages because all of them are advantages. At least on this perfect world, we just made that. And by the delivery story group, we got like all the side, all the point, how it would be from the delivery point of view. You know, for instance, how you can interact with the courier, how's gonna be the receiving process, how you're gonna know we're gonna be up to date about where is your parcel and stuff like that. In the end, we did a sort of flowchart about how will be the delivering process with all of the actors. In the first one, we got the influencer. How will be for the influencer Chloe, who is a woman who wants to get a purse, and how will be all the interaction with the very good platform. How does she know where is her parcel? How can she interact with the courier? And finally, we got a picture of Chloe happy with her new purse. And by the other side, we got the happy all group user. And the same, they want to get their smartwatches. How do they interact with the very good platform? How do they receive all the instructions, all the communications about how the delivery is going? And finally, again, they got their their parcel, and that's it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Team 2, for sharing that with us. This looks amazing. Well done, definitely. Brilliant stuff. Perfect. Okay, so I think now we will go to Team 6. So do we have a nominated speaker or speakers from Team 6?
Hi, yeah. So we have two of us speaking. So Samantha, could you share the screen? Okay. Good. Okay, great. Is that visible? Is that large enough?
Yes, yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, so it's me and Nikolai. I think I'll start then, I think. So we were kind of brainstorming, I guess, different types of communication which would be relevant or which would be important to send to the customer. So obviously there was kind of the default, default examples which were given in the task, such as order submission, so sending confirmation to the customer via email, SMS, or push notifications. Also, talking about updating with regard to shipping. So people may want to know exactly. People obviously want to know what date the package is being delivered, what time, and sometimes people want to actually track exactly where the package is. So some services may have that. So, and having kind of feedback, constant feedback about that. So obviously those are kind of, I guess, the default, those are the basic examples that were given in the task. So some other ideas, one of the other ideas that we thought about was to do with environment and sustainability, because I think nowadays people are definitely becoming more environment conscious, more conscious about sustainability. And so one idea that we were having is that people sending information to people so they know exactly where their kind of products come from. I know this is something which has kind of caught on with regards to kind of food products, but even when it comes to other products such as clothing, furniture, etc., people, I guess, want to know where the materials come from, where the kind of maybe where the labor is coming from with their products. And so to give information based on that, so it could be sort of sending them information via videos. It could even be even an idea of a kind of a VR experience about from the first step of the process of kind of getting the product to the person. You can kind of see the progression, so people can become aware of where the kind of products are coming from. So that was another other ideas. I think if I could transfer over to Nikolai, who's going to speak about the some other ideas.
Hi everyone. So another part of the ideas was the user control designs. So here we have the implementation of a machine learning model, and essentially it could be used to apply or augmented reality or AR and virtual reality or VR. And using that implementation, you could make suggestions based upon the environment. So for instance, if you have mobile users, they could utilize their cameras and I guess, either take pictures or record videos of the environment. For instance, if you had products like, I guess, appliances or furniture, so like, let's say a couch, you take a picture or video of the area, and then using a machine learning model, you'd be able to make suggestions and, what size couch would be able to fit in that area, and like what color palettes and stuff like that, depending on what is in the image or the video. And based upon that, you could make recommendations to the user on what they may want to purchase or what may look best in a particular instance or circumstance. You could also apply that to, you know, a 3D model. So for instance, you know, when it comes to clothes fitting, if you know, you want to see how your clothes fit, but you can be bothered to go down to the high street store, you could probably, you know, take a picture and, you know, using once again a machine learning model, you know, from thousands of users, you know, you could, you know, get an average of the size, and, you know, as more information is being fed into that model, it would be able to predict more accurately, you know, the fit of the clothes, and, you know, it would save the user a lot of time and, you know, resources rather than having to go down to the store and try it on themselves. You'd also save time and money for the business, because, you know, we have a lot of situations now where, you know, there's deliveries, and, you know, if stuff doesn't fit, then, you know, you send it back in the mail, and this is an extra cost to the business. And, you know, if you have a more accurate closed fitting, you know, model or machine learning model, then, you know, it could save the company from having to, you know, deal with returns and stuff like that, saving them time and money. Yeah, and we already discussed the furniture. So moving away from the user control designs, we also have stuff that is happening on the back end of the, you know, the user interface on the app. And yeah, so you have essentially two groups of users. You'd have, you know, registered users, you know, who have an account with a very group, and then the other group of users, which would be guest users essentially. And for these users, particularly, we want to make sure that, you know, they retain as customers, and it's not just a one-off shop. So, you know, we'd make sure and pay particular attention to their, I guess, purchase habits and stuff like that. And we'd want to encourage them to sign up, you know, with a very group and create an account essentially, so that it would, you know, make their shopping easier or get them to come back essentially. And then this information would now be stored on a database. So, you know, we'd have a database in the back end, and essentially all this data would be stored to the database, so including the data about the registered users. And once again, all this information could also be fed into our machine learning models, so that it can not only be applied to, you know, this particular use case, but also, you know, in terms of making recommendations and stuff like that, you know, outside of that section to the customers. You'd also have, you know, policies and contacts and stuff, and essentially that's, you know, all the data relating to the user, their, you know, login information, stuff like that. This would also be, it would also need to have, you know, a certain degree of security. So authentication and 2.0 security, you know, login, stuff like that. Yeah, and, you know, it would store all the data like user profile, orders, returns, payments, you know, stuff along those lines. Even the environmental sustainability options would be stored in the database. And you would have to employ a certain degree of automation to ensure that, you know, as the information is requested, or if it's needed, it's relayed between the database and, you know, the user interface for the user. And yeah, basically that's a lot of, well, most of what we came up with for our design. We didn't like show, like, you know, implemented, you know, with pinpoint and stuff, but pinpoint would be a lot of the backbone with, you know, a lot of the notifications and stuff being sent to the user. But yeah, that's about it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Nikolai and Team 6. Fantastic work there. Really well done. Brilliant. Okay, great. Now we have Team 8, I believe. So do we have a nominated speaker from Team 8? Is anyone from Team 8 still on the call? Let's have a look. Odudu, are you going to be speaking for Team 8, or would you prefer us to kind of circle back? Great. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll circle back to team 8. So team 9, if you would be ready to present, if anyone from your team would like to come forward and speak.
Yes, I'm going to share my screen now.
Perfect.
This is, yes, it cannot be seen quite right. We took a picture because we use an application I use in my work, and I couldn't share it with my teammates, so I had to take a picture. Let me see if I can haste this. Okay, so since we didn't have the same background in developing, we started trying to brainstorm ideas about how we could improve communications on a more abstract level. So we came up with this design where it's a small graphic where you can see how customers react to the applications we build. Then we have some events that are caught by customer events, and that it's the input that we have for the machine learning model, and we can update the different user preferences. We've come up with a few ideas on how to improve. I will just give one example, and then I will give the word to let me see. Sorry, I don't remember the name of my colleague here, of my teammate. Okay, for example, maybe we can have some metrics on how a user reacts to certain communication messages. For example, if you send a push notification, we may try to catch how much time does the user take to click on that notification, or for example, if the user reads that notification. Maybe some forms of communication with the customers are not efficient enough, and we can improve it with this model. So I'll give the word to my fellow teammate.
Yeah, thanks, Matthias. Okay, I'll explain the architecture or whatever the diagram here a bit more clearly. Okay, basically the customers, when they try to, the customer events are basically ordering some stuff or canceling anything or doing something. And what we will be doing with Amazon Pinpoint is we will be not only like giving the notifications via every channel. Initially, we will be giving the notifications via every channel, like email, messages, mails, and every stuff. And while giving those events, we will be having the click trackers and impression trackers in place, so that we will have the data like whether the user has clicked the message or read the message or gone through the in-app notification or anything. So based on that, we will have some count. We will store those numbers, and based on the percentage, like how much percentage of those numbers the user is been able to successfully create, or it has he ignored something. Based on that, we will be running a machine learning model. So if the successful rate is more, let's say like more than 70% or something, we will keep on going with the communication model that is already there. If it is not there, we will discard those communication model, and we won't be providing the user with those communication model. So for tracking of all this, we will be using for mails, we can have mail trackers, and for messages, for in-app notifications, we will be having click trackers. So it is kind of a metadata kind of a thing. So for each event, whether the user has clicked or not, we will be storing those information, and and we will be storing this in the database. Basically, the database contains for each the table contains the customer ID and the list of communication channels and the success rate for each of the communication channels. So we will be knowing like which communication channel is more useful for a user. Also, we will be providing it will be helpful to provide an option for the user to select what communication channel he will be preferring, like inside the profile of the user. Let's just say the user don't want messages, so they can go into their profile and like just subscribe off for the messaging channels. So we won't be sending any messages for the user. So that will be so based on that also we will be updating the database that contains the list of communication channels for a particular user. And we can also use let's say a user is using only website, then there is no point like sending in-app notifications for that user. So we will also have to track the data whether the order has been placed via website or the app. So based on that, we will be showing the relevant communication channels. Also, for most of the analytical part, the models are very simple. So basically, based on the count, based on the success rate of a particular channel, we have to update the communication channel for a particular user. So we can use any data lakes or something like Elasticsearch will also do the job for it. Also, if the other use case would be like making the one good use case for the pinpoint is making users into segments based on their purchasing habits, based on their product catalog, based on their things, and we can have the notifications for a particular segment, the particular notification, and based on the success rate as well, we can classify the users into particular segments. So that will be a new use case for like showing promotions, everything. And yeah, that's mostly it, I guess.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, team. Brilliant job once again. Absolutely amazing. Great stuff. Okay, now it's time for Team 10. Team 10, I'm not sure if you've got a nominated speaker at all. Greg or Rich from Team 10, anyone kind of open to presenting their feedback?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello everyone. I am Stuti. I am sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Perfect. We can see your screen.
Here I have simply created a PowerPoint presentation. Yeah. The things which are present in the in e-commerce site, like the login, sign up, forget password, product list, or payment mode. We can give two options. Either we can provide the option of cash on delivery or online payment method. Okay. After that, product tracking should be there, user feedback, and the notification or message. Sometimes user don't see the notifications which are sent on our app. So in that case, we can use message also. Like when we are signing in, when we are signing up, then we will send a message, and with that we can send a notification message or email, so that user can understand what the step he has been taken. After that, the cancel, order, and refund policy and terms and conditions of the app. These are the basic things which used to have in many of the e-commerce site or app we have seen nowadays. Now, what the things we should provide to make our app more attractive, to make our website more attractive, so that the customer will come to our app, will visit our app, will view our app. So there are things which I have mentioned in my topics, like short introduction videos. Like sometimes we install an app, some of the people don't that much technical friendly or digital friendly, then might be difficult for them to understand how that app work, how that website work. In that condition, we can add a short video, introduction video, that how you can use your app, like how you can purchase the thing, how you can sign in, or you can sign up in the app or website. Now, second thing, we can request user to make the video. The thing is, Here the thing is, instead of using the investing more and more our income or money to hire an influencer or app marketing, we can simply use the strategy that we can make our customer as our social influencer. Like we will request our customer to make a short video about the app, about the product, about the thing you have purchased, and paste on their social medias and share with us the product review. This can help in two ways. First, we will understand the thinking of the customer. We will understand how our product is being influenced by them. And secondly, it will help in our marketing strategy also. Okay. Sometimes we find very difficult to finding the delivery address might be difficult, or maybe might be customer were not knowing that. So sometimes our delivery comes before the time or after the time. In that case, we can use notifications and or messages to update the customer. Hello, my voice is clear. Hello.
Yes, it is. Yes, yep.
Okay. So then sometimes we can sometimes when really sometimes get difficult to parcel the courier. That in that case we will inform the user that this thing this will help in keeping our parcel, our product to be tracked by the user. And the thing is that our UI should be the simpler, so that every user can understand it very well. It should be user friendly, and with the text we should use more and more icons, images, so that it can be understandable by the others. The thing which I have added is a user feedback form. This will help in suppose we are in the nowadays e-commerce is globally connected, but we have delivered something in the region about that particular place. We don't know anything, their life culture, their lifestyle, or then we can offer a user feedback form. We can request user to fill that form, and we will provide some points or benefit, like the nowadays apps are providing some points or benefit to the user, so that user will be willing to fill that form, so they can further they can in future also they want to connect it with us. They want to buy our products. And the thing is, we can also add web voice message functionality. Voice message functionality will be make our app more reliable, more usable, more fundamental, so that user can use it to very nicely. It can be the voice functionality can make our app more user friendly. Like we can use navigation. Lastly, we can while adding our address, we can add voice navigation. Like we can command them that this is the street, you can come from there, and we can use some we can provide the direction by just like we are sending a voice message or something like that. Chatting option, so that user can chat with us, with the admin, so where the product is, where they are going to get, when they are going to get that product, what is the feedback, what is the current status of the product. So it will be helpful that the chatting option should be there in the e-commerce side. sharing option, app sharing option should be there, so that when a customer share a app to the another customer, he will also know that about that app. One customer should share the another and inform to. And here is the thing: customer can sell the product to another customer and earn for profit. Like it is in India, we have seen a Meso app, which is providing us the features that I am a customer and purchasing I am having a product. I will refer to the another customer and I will add some of the price with that, and I will refer to them. And in that case, I will also get the profit, and that customer will also get the product. So here the thing, it can be beneficial for both, for us also, for services also. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Amazing work. Brilliant. And then I think we are ready to hear from Team 11. Daniel, Israel, Olasula,
Okay.
Tafan. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Okay, I think we initially had, okay, let me share my screen and then present what we started working, what we worked on as based on our understanding. So I don't know, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can, yes.
Okay, unlike many, I think maybe that was the penalty or maybe our offense for we actually came late. So I guess our team was the last breakout team that was formed. And then in our own, when we started discussing on how to understand what we did and what needed to be done, I think clearly at first, we didn't have much clear picture of what was required of us. And so that we tried to just brainstorm and ask questions. And then we're lucky Paul came in and we tried to, because totally, we're actually thinking of maybe building in our engineering perspective, we're thinking of building maybe a front end with React to consume an API and all of that. Because at first we are not having access to the AWS login credentials until I think, I can't remember her name. She came and gave us another access. So none of us in our team actually had worked with AWS before. We were just kind of anxious and wanted to partake and do some coding. We were expecting maybe there will be tags and all of that. So we were just thinking, not thinking in aspect of MVP. We were just thinking in aspect of getting to understand what the basic architecture was maybe, okay, maybe build an email services and try to access the AWS messaging platform like that. So we're just thinking how to hit the API, make an endpoint call, send the image model to the pinpoint and just try to create something and then maybe code something. So we're not actually thinking in terms of the MVP. And I guess we went ahead trying to find a common language that all of us were kind of comfortable or we could just jumpstart and work together. And then we came to the conclusion that we could just, since we have little experience, because we were actually, I am a full stack developer using backend for Ruby and Rails and front end with React. And most of the team members had understanding of React, but then we realized that we needed to build like an endpoint kind of something in that direction. So we resolved that, okay, we just try to simulate a kind of API end call and send and post a request and see the response, then maybe build the body from all of that. And then we decided to we were creating this and then we got stuck trying to have access to the credentials and all of that. And because of that, we're pretty much stuck there. We didn't make significant progress and we didn't think in terms of MVP of just trying to make the the whole of the email services a more better experience for users and all of that. So basically, I guess based on our understanding, this was what we just went ahead trying to configure it and make the endpoint. So we tried to hit the endpoint. We're getting the order when we create the order, when we created our app, using the order request to just try to see how it works so that we didn't actually come up with much idea on what we needed to do. So I think, honestly, that is what we were able to come up as a team. And maybe, I don't know if Israel or want to say something concerning the experience and all of that. Yeah.
Hello everyone. So just to buttress on what Samuel said, we were looking at it from an engineering standpoint, not exactly trying to model the entire system. So we tried building a minimal MVP that can basically send the communications after the order is created and stuff. So we didn't exactly understand, but we tried to code that, like we thought it was an engineering stuff, but all the same, it's nice. Thank you.
That's a wonderful experience, yeah. So can I stop sharing my screen? So over to you, Desi. I don't know.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Amazing. Thank you so much again, Team 11. I just wanted to check before we send our judges away to deliberate, is anyone here from Team 8 who would like to talk through their solution? If not, that's not a problem. We will catch up with them via email. But I just wanted to triple check just beforehand. Kabina, did you want to talk through anything? That is not a problem at all with everybody working from home. Lots of technical difficulties here, so no bother. Perfect. Okay, great stuff. So I think now, in terms of next steps, our judges are going to go away and deliberate for a few minutes. So Paul, Liam and Mauricio, if you want to go into one of the breakout rooms and have a bit of a chat amongst yourselves, and then come back, we'll reconvene very shortly where we'll reveal the winners, give away some prizes and share some information about the Very Team's kind of recruitment process as well.
Cool. Guys, should we go through to team breakout 4 like we were in previously?
Yes, yeah.
You can join now, sorry. I just opened the room.
I'm excited and I didn't even take part. It's like nervous excitement, this, isn't it?
I know.
I didn't expect it to be like this. It's great.
I was so impressed.
Absolutely.
So impressed.
So impressed with everybody.
Great,
Everybody has done so well today. To achieve this in less than 5 hours is just remarkable.
And to be able to articulate it so I can understand it is bonus points as well. So yeah, credit to everyone.
Absolutely, especially as yourself and Jordan are obviously recruiting for roles at the moment. That's really exciting. Always.
Oh.
I feel like we need a little drum roll give the background.
Matthias, I've just seen your message. Give us 2 seconds. Yes.
Just looking at Greg's picture there with the sea in the background and the nice blue skies. It looks nice. Looking out my window, it's not like that in Leeds.
It's definitely not like that in Essex either, I must say.
No,
I've actually just had friends send me pictures of their safari in Tanzania. Another friend sent pictures of Thailand, and my mum sent pictures of Caribbean all today. So you can imagine.
Brutal.
Very brutal. I don't want
Just
to see any
mean.
more, thanks.
They're no longer friends.
I have to say, a safari though, it looks incredible. I'm very, that's the one I'm most jealous of. I think it looks like, yeah, such a great trip to do.
Did they see any animals?
Yeah, it's all animals. It's amazing. It's zebras, lions eating zebras. I've seen everything.
Are you thinking mean? Just like, oh, I hope they don't see anything. So send me pictures, but I get a small victory. They didn't see the animals.
Oh, judges are back and everyone will be joining back in the room in just under 60 seconds.
Who's got the role of Simon Cowell then? Come on, which is it?
But hopefully a nice version.
Yeah. You're all too nice, to be fair.
Perfect. Okay, so I think we have everybody back in the room now. Judges, over to you. What were your thoughts? Who is the winning team?
Yeah, so firstly, I mean, you know, the Liam and Mauricio and myself, I mean, you know, just on behalf of Very, I mean, yeah, the energy, the commitment, the dedication, the ideas, the work that everyone had done, you know, it really was just a fantastic afternoon from all three of us, and you know, representing Very. You know, we just want to say thanks to everybody who participated. I mean, we were so impressed. I mean, the number of new ideas that came out, you know, and the interesting thing was, you know, I came in here with a very, not specific, but like fairly, you know, I'd only ever done hackathons internal to a company. So everyone sort of had a similar kind of mindset. You all, you know, and just to see the different skill sets, the different, you know, wide variety of different skills and how people approach the problem, and, you know, and it was just like really, I just so enjoyed jumping from breakout room to breakout room, just being able to hear and see the energy and see the ideas and how people were like, you know, going across and coming up with different ways of thinking, and you know, just you know, and also like different cultures and different languages. I mean, you know, there was one of the teams had like a Spanish AWS, you know, so and then somebody else brought up like Azure, so they were doing sort of Azure to AWS, English and Spanish, all in like one group, which was fantastic to watch. I mean, you know, so again, so firstly from us, just, you know, thanks to everybody who participated. I really enjoyed this, and thanks for that. And again, preconceived ideas coming in here, I thought it was going to be like, you know, we were going to have a winner and everyone's going to be happy. But then you see the amount of energy and effort and dedication that everyone's put in, you realize, oh, you know, this is actually really hard to do. You know, you're picking not just you know, like you know, oh well, one team was just really good, and you know, everyone else, you know, it was like every single team, you know, brought something different and new, and because they were all, you know, different ideas and different ways, you know, it wasn't so easy just to compare. Like, you know, it's not like watching a 100-meter race and the person who's quickest wins. You had to look at different ideas and that. So again, it was a difficult judging process, and you know, so all the judges took notes and we looked at it and everything. And you know, but for all of the judges, I think there was one team that, you know, not only, you know, really interacted well, they brought a whole, you know, variety of skill set. They did a fantastic piece of work. They brought, but some of the ideas that they brought in, I mean, you know, that you know, from a very point of view, even I'm not sure if they researched those beforehand or if they, you know, just really understood and got where we're trying to go and that. But there was one team that really, you know, understood our personas, understood our what we're trying to do, and you know, where we're trying to go to, and everything. So I just want to say congratulations to Team 2. I think it was a fantastic effort. I mean, the team, you know, it was just really impressive the way you guys worked together and the ideas you had and everything. So from the three of us and obviously from the team at HackerJob, you know, congratulations to all of you. You know, it was a fantastic effort, and yeah, so I'm really disappointed that we, you know, couldn't have like everyone getting a prize, and because we thought there were some fantastic other you know, ideas out there. But yeah, Team 2, it was a really well done, great implementation, great ideas, and so well done.
Fantastic work, Team 2. Well done. And as Paul said, well done to all of the teams. You all did so well. You all did something so different. It has been such an amazing, collaborative, creative day. Well done to each of you. Team 2, we've got some prizes up for grabs. Everybody gets a prize because there are 4 of you in the team. Yes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use a really scientific method to pick who's going to get each prize. I'm going to share my screen and spin a wheel online because yes, we're working from home. So 2 seconds, I will just get this up now. So, and Joanna, can you just remind everyone what are the prizes up for grabs?
Yes, so the first one is a phone. So it's the Oppo Find X3 Neo Starlight Black, which is really exciting. And the second one, we have a Fitbit black. I need to buy one myself. The third one is the JLB Clip 3 in white. And the fourth one, which is really exciting,
because I'm a coffee lover, is the Lavazza Desea coffee machine in black. So very good prices, and you all deserve it. So yeah, let's see who gets what.
Perfect. So if I share my screen, okay, we are going to go big and we are going to start with the phone. Okay, so I'm going to click spin.
Drum roll.
Congratulations, Mohamedou. You have won a phone, the Nexus phone from the Very Group. We will get your details after the event and we will facilitate with the Very Group to send that to you. Okay, so next, Joanna, we have the Fitbit, correct?
Yes, so next the Fitbit.
Perfect. Perfect. Congratulations, Karen. You have won a Fitbit. Amazing. Okay, so now we have, what do we have, Joanna? Remind us.
JLB Clip 3 in white.
Okay, JLB Clip 3 in white. Let's go. Congratulations, Claire. Fantastic. Which means that Edouard, you have won the coffee machine as well. So if I stop sharing my screen, amazing, congratulations everyone, amazing work. We will, like I say, get your details afterwards if you want a prize, and we will facilitate getting those sent out to you as soon as possible. And then finally, Sean, I don't know if you wanted to say a quick word on recruitment at Very and how you're hiring for roles as well.
Yeah, thanks, Daisy. Firstly, thank you to everyone for sparing your time and joining us today. I've really enjoyed it. I'm going to admit I enjoyed the spinning of the wheel at the end the most. I'm very easily pleased. Like a magpie, like shiny things, fun things. But in terms of Very and recruitment, we're always expanding our teams and looking for amazing people to join us. So if you are interested, please let Daisy know, and Daisy will inform myself and Jordan. And then myself or Jordan will reach out to pick up and have a bit of a chat with you and sort of talk through the opportunities we've got in our teams here and sort of see where we go from there. And even if you're not looking now, but you are in the future, please connect with Liam, Paul, Mauricio, myself and Jordan. We're more than happy to keep in touch if you're not looking now, but might do in the future as well. I think that's everything. Conscious of time.
Perfect. Yes, and we've finished just 1 minute over time. So fantastic. So like Sean said, you're most welcome to reach out to anyone at HackerJob regarding roles at the Very Group. We'll also be sending a thank you email first thing tomorrow morning. So if anyone has any feedback they'd like to share about the event today and how it was run, please do feel free to give us that feedback. And we'll also share our emails there so you can contact us directly regarding anything you want to discuss. Once again, thank you so much everybody for your time today. You all did so well, and we're just overjoyed with how well this day has done. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Stay safe, everyone. Have a good one.